Following one of the most challenging years in recent history, 2021 came rushing in with a feeling of hope. Hope that we'd once again be able to safely gather with our friends and loved ones, and hope for the continued success of our town and the health and happiness of our residents. And even as we continued to persevere through challenging and unprecedented times, we saw that our hope was well placed. Flower Mound had an impressive year, completing major capital projects, reaching milestones, and even celebrating our 60th birthday. And others noticed our momentum. In 2021, our town was named the 4th best place to live in the U.S. by Money.com. Flower Mound was the only Texas locality to place in the top 15 on the list. To talk about how we earned that top spot, here's our town manager, James Childers.
The town's high standing was attributed to many factors, including its quality of life, abundant recreational opportunities and special events, and economic growth. In the 2021 calendar year, our sales tax collections rose by nearly 17% compared to 2020. And over the past 5 calendar years, sales tax collections rose by more than 26%. The town's AAA bond rating was also reaffirmed in 2021 from both Fitch and Standard & Poor's. All the while, Flower Mound's tax rate is now the lowest in its history. In 2021, Town Council passed a 7.2% reduction in property tax rate and doubled the homestead exemption from 2.5% to 5%. And it wasn't just property owners who benefited. Flower Mound's economy continued to diversify. For more, here's the Director of Economic Development, Ray Watson.
In 2021, a whopping 96 new businesses opened in our town and created more than 1,500 new jobs. That's a 21.5% increase from 2020. Meanwhile, the Lakeside Business District along Flower Mound's southern border continues to fill up with the addition of several new businesses, and 5 new corporate leases were signed in the Lakeside International Office Center, a Class A office campus. Flower Mound's Riverwalk was buzzing with new energy as the highly anticipated Restaurant Row saw its first 2 openings. More businesses are expected to open there in 2022 as well. While Flower Mound residents enjoyed new places to shop and dine in 2021, they also enjoyed the return of several major town events. Here's the Director of Parks and Recreation, Chuck Jennings.
After the pandemic forced many of our biggest events online, we were ecstatic to be able to bring them back and introduce new events for 2021. For the first time ever, we hosted a festival to celebrate all things arts, gathering in Heritage Park for live performances, vendors, hands-on activities, and a community art mural. The biggest event to return was our 4th of July Independence Fest. With the help of the Josh Abbott Band, plenty of fireworks, and 30,000 of you, we celebrated our nation like never before. The Senior Center safely reopened in 2021, allowing its members to gather together once again. While the center was closed, staff and volunteers took quick action to ensure its members wouldn't miss a meal. They handed out to-go lunches to more than 200 seniors each day. In 2021, the Parks and Recreation Department also completed work on the Gibson Grant Log House. After years of planning and restoration work, the historic house is now open to residents who want to experience what life on the Texas frontier was like way back in 1860. In addition, more than 8 of your favorite Flower Mound parks saw upgrades and renovations last year. Most notably, Chin Chapel Soccer Complex and Pecan Orchard Park received playground upgrades. Out west, crews broke ground on Canyon Falls Park. The $3.15 million project is expected to be finished in 2022. We weren't the only ones offering programming to residents. The Flower Mound Public Library had a big year. Here to talk about it is Library Director Sue Ridnour.
We were very busy at the library this year. In addition to all the regular services we offer, library staff organized and hosted 460 virtual and in-person programs for our more than 33,000 cardholders. That's almost double the number of programs we offered in 2020. We also celebrated the grand opening of our Creation Lab. It features more than a dozen high and low-tech tools. The lab is a space for residents to express their creativity, learn a new skill, or just make something really cool. Now, let's hear a little bit from our fire department. Here's Fire Chief Paul Henley.
2021 started with an icy blast for the fire department. We took the lead on the town's response to the historic February winter storm. Along with other town staff, we shut off water to more than 400 residents and businesses with burst pipes. Our ambulance crew evacuated more than 50 nursing homes in the North Texas region, and our tender was deployed to South Lake to alleviate water system issues. At the end of it all, the town's Emergency Operations Center had been activated for 4 days straight. In 2021, the town also earned a Class 1 Public Protection classification from the Insurance Services Office. The improved rating is based on several factors, including the grand opening of Fire Station Number 7, improvements to Flower Mound's dispatch center, and the addition of a second truck company at Fire Station Number 5. While the fire department took charge on earning the new rating, this was a town-wide effort. The new rating is the highest possible and can ultimately mean lower insurance rates for the Flower Mound residents. The opening of Fire Station Number 7 was paramount for improving fire and EMS response times in South Central Flower Mound. Located on Skillern Road, the 9,300 square foot facility also incorporates water rescue capabilities, including both swiftwater and floodwater rescue. In total, the fire department responded to more than 6,700 calls for service in 2021. That's a 15% increase over 2020. On many of those calls, we worked closely with our friends at the Flower Mound Police Department. For more on all their progress last year, here's my friend, Police Chief Andy Cancel.
In 2021, our officers responded to nearly 47,000 calls for service. That's a more than 10% increase in calls from 2020. To stay prepared for any situation that might occur during those calls, our officers went above and beyond when it comes to their training. On average, each officer completed 30 hours of continuing education in 2021. That's 50% more hours than is required by the state of Texas. And once again, we earned a Safe City designation from the online safety and security resource, SafeWise. Out of more than 900 localities in Texas, Flower Mound was named the 25th safest. We also made sure we were constantly engaging with our community. The police department organized and hosted 102 community events throughout the year, including our first ever Bike with the Blue 5K and bike race. We're excited to continue the tradition of getting to know and building relationships with the people we serve in 2022.
What a year our town had. Through it all, community support was paramount to our success. As we look forward to 2022, my hope is for the continued prosperity of our town. Although no one can predict what the year will bring, I'm happy to spend it with you, Flower Mound.